All right, folks, we got to talk about this. So far, the beta testing for T-Mobile satellite texting with Starlink and that whole foray, that new connectivity feature has not really panned out very well. People are sharing their experiences, saying that the service has been pretty weak, and they're citing a lot of technical issues. The first issue is the texting is unreliable, and there's a couple of reasons for that. Number one, it's obviously beta, right? It's not a commercial launch. In fact, I don't even think people are paying for it right now. I think it's free until July. So you have to keep your expectations to a realistic level. I think the other part to this is the technical aspect. We've already covered the issues that, the Starlink service faces as they deliver the service for T-Mobile customers. There's a bunch of power restrictions. There's interference risk. Those are the technical things that not necessarily have been fixed or addressed in its entirety. And that's an evolution of the technology that we have to wait and see how it plays out. But I think what people are understanding, and I think what they're learning, is the real issue is that getting connected to the satellite service is the hardest thing to do, because T-Mobile natively wants to connect to their native network. So if there's a weak signal, it wants to hang on to the actual terrestrial network. So if the cell tower is 15 miles away, it still wants to connect to that before the satellite. The only time it's going to connect to the satellite connectivity is when it absolutely has to, and there's no doubt no available coverage. So you might not be able to have a reliable connection to the satellite because you are like on the very, very edge of terrestrial service, like connecting to a tower, and the configurations and the device wants to cling on to that terrestrial service, assuming that it's going to be better and more reliable, which may not be true. You might be more reliable for texting on the satellite service than you would be trying to cling on to a cell tower that's 15 miles. But the problem is, because it's in beta, there's more testing, and there's obviously just the growing pains of making the connection more reliable. This is going to take time. So I think people have to have realistic expectations. Is this service, this connectivity, currently a letdown? Sure, fine. It's not great, and it's not ideal, and it's not good. That's fine. It's fair. But you're not paying for it. And if connectivity was really, really that important and you just had to have something, you're better off paying for another service provider, like maybe AT&T or Verizon. Like, let's be realistic. Are you really hoping that satellite is going to save you from the coverage woes from T-Mobile? Like, I don't think it's a realistic expectation. Both AT&T and Verizon have bigger networks. You're more likely to get legitimate terrestrial coverage from them, and that coverage will likely be much more reliable. I mean, people have shown where T-Mobile is having trouble connecting to anything, including the satellite. AT&T is getting like 300 megabits per second down, and Verizon's got 5G ultra-wideband. Like, that stuff does happen. I think people need to prioritize what their expectations are and what realistic outcomes they are expecting from these services. Anyways, tell me what you guys think. Like, share, and subscribe. Check out some more of our videos. We'll see you on the next one.